and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Welcome to Holsters by Defense Training. I want to show you today a little bit about our active retention magazine holster. We have a few things that we've done with this magazine holster, and I'm going to go ahead and take the magazine out and set it to the side, but a couple things I want to show you. Just like on our regular holsters, our handgun holsters, we have the retention clip that has the active retention in there. Let's see if I can show you. Right there, if you see the little retention in there. So basically what that does, that goes around your belt. Our design on this active retention holster, I know a lot of you, I see a lot in the comments about some of these other magazine companies, or these companies that make magazine holsters, and you got these slick magazines. So this one is one of the Tauruses. This is a 17 round for the Taurus G3. This is a 12 round for the Taurus G3, if I can find it here. Both those are 12 rounds, so all this is slick. This is the 11 round for the GX4, and then you've got the 17 round for the H&K P30, and then you have a 40 caliber 16 round. And this is where the one that I see a lot of people complaining about is the 40 calibers that just fall out. So one or two things happen within most magazine holsters. One, they either fall out, or two, they basically get a suction down in here and they won't come out, so it's very, very hard to pull out. So with our design, it has an active retention, so you can see the little clip here has the active retention. So I'm going to put, this is typically the one I'll carry, it's a 17+1 or 17 round magazine, but it's slick, so it's just a smooth metal. So I'm going to put it in. And now putting it in, there's a couple things here. With the design here, it has an active retention on it. You have to put it in with the side of the actual retention part here, and you kind of push against the retention part, and then you push it down in until it seats. Now once it seats, you're good to go. And I know this is going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but it's not falling out. And I designed these because if you don't know, if you haven't followed any of my other stuff, I worked security most of my life, so we had to have stuff strapped on our belts all the time, and we didn't want them falling out. I designed this, being in the holster business now, I designed this so it wouldn't do that. So I've got an active retention, you know, it's not just falling out, but also, try to hold this so you can see it. I know it's going kind of fast. This would be a pretty good fight. So if you're struggling with somebody, if you get an altercation with somebody, and you're trying to push them off, or you're running around playing with your kids. So I do that with my little boy. We run around the yard with my gun, and I don't take all this stuff off when I'm just running around with the yard. You know, I might be working out in the shop or something, and then my little boy, you know, runs up and says, "Tag," and, you know, I run to chase him. I'm running around the yard, or I'm struggling with somebody. My magazine's not just coming out. However, all you do is you take your magazine and you just pull against. So if you see the active retention is here, you just pull against the retention. So I'm going to kind of pull this away, and it comes right out. Now if you pull the other way with the active retention, it's not, it's very, I don't know if you can see that I'm actually pulling on that, but it's very hard to get out pulling against it. But pulling this away, it comes out very easy. And I designed it that way so it didn't come off, because if you don't know this, if you haven't done any kind of training, there's a high likelihood that you're going to be in a physical altercation before you actually have to draw your gun, or you might be running, you know, especially getting to an extra magazine. You're probably going to be running, and I'm going to hold it upside down. You know, you're going to be running, it's going to be like this. But even holding it upside down, it's not going to just come out. And that's what we want. So this is both inside and outside the waistband, and we designed it this way. So you've got, and it's adjustable up and down, so you can make your ride height a little bit higher and then a lot lower here. It also has an adjustable retention. Now if you flip on the other side, yes, we have to have all this on the other side as well. But you can actually take this and put it over here, because no matter how you wear this, you have to have it. So if this is for outside the waistband, so it would be clipped on your belt, you would pull it this away. To make it inside the waistband, you have to take the clip and put over here, so that when you're inside the waistband, it would sit like this, and again, you would pull it toward that active that active retention system. So because you can't pull, it will not come out this way. It will not come out pulling away from that. It's just not going to come out. But pulling toward it, it's going to come out. It is not a super strong hold when you pull against the retention. Once you activate the retention system to release it, it's not that bad to pull out. But if you're pulling the other way, you're not going to get it out. That's why you have to take this. This is set up for outside the waistband. So if you see the outside the waistband is going to carry opposite side of the retention, inside the waistband is going to have this on the same side as the retention. And it's very easy to change. You just unscrew these, the little post nuts down in there will fall out, you dump them out, and then you swap this around. Now to adjust the retention, and I'm going to show you the 40 caliber here in a minute, but to adjust the retention, there's several ways. So you can get looser or tighter. There's you've got some rubber washers down in here. Basically you're going to unscrew this, and if you need it looser for, say, your Glock magazines, you're going to have to loosen up. Yeah, so I've got a Glock magazine here. You're going to take this out. It's very easy. You pull the one little rubber washer off, then you put it back in the same spot. To tighten it, for say this one, so this one is one of your micro pistols. This was a GX4, so your micro pistols. You're going to have to make it tighter. So basically all you're going to do is leave the 3 little rubber washers that are there, and you're going to move it up 1 hole. And then that wouldn't give it as much flex up top. But for everything else, for the most part, you don't have to do it. Now this one's for the double stack 9 and 40 caliber. So here's the 40. This is the XDM 40 Smith & Wesson 16 rounds. So I've got 16 rounds. If we can see that, 16 rounds of 40 caliber. Now, to be honest, it's not a whole lot heavier than your 9/17 round, but just a little bit. Again, we're going to put it in. We're going to make sure we activate this. We're going to push it away, or disengage it basically, and then I'm going to seat it in as I push it away, and I'm going to get it seated all the way down. 40 caliber. I know a lot of you guys have a hard time with this 40 caliber. A lot of you guys love those 40s, and it does the same thing. We're working on the 45s as well. We'll get them on site soon. I've just got to build the jig. That takes about a week to get done. Doesn't come out. This is going to be a good struggle. And I want you to see that I'm not like trying to squeeze or anything in here. And I don't know how to hold it like that. But I'm not. I'm just holding it hard enough to keep it in. It's not coming out. However, again, if I pull the wrong way, it's not going to come out. But if I pull against the retention, it comes right out. And this is, I designed this purposefully. I work on a safety team now. I'm not, which is basically security here in South Carolina. And I designed this because I got tired of getting in training situations, and I would have these other these magazine holsters on me. And then if it didn't come off the belt totally because it didn't have the belt retention system, it would just fall out of my magazine holster, and I got tired of it. So I set out. I said, you know what, I'm going to design something that actually works. And this is it, guys. It works. It works well. Again, I want to kind of, maybe I can hold my finger so you can see I'm not holding the magazine. And this is the 40 caliber. And then it comes right out. And of course, on your waistband, you could pull against it a little bit harder than what I'm doing, and it comes out even easier. 17 round H&K. Again, gonna push against. Gonna make sure it's not falling out. And then if you pull against the retention, if you pull away from it, it's not going to come out. However, here it comes right out. Same thing with your smaller. So this is the Taurus G3C. So this is the smaller one. Put it in. It's not going to come out. But I pull against that retention and it comes right out. So you saw that was from the 40. 17 round 9mm, 12 round 9mm. Now again, for your smaller ones, you're going to have to get in here and you're going to have to move this one up right here so it will put more retention. This won't be as easy to push forward at that point. And any of your others that you have that as well, you can do as well. But these are for double stack 9 and double stack 40. These will work for the smooth. These will work for the Glocks. The only thing with the Glock, you have to take one of the little rubber washers out, move it. Leave it there, take one of the rubber washers out. That gives it a little less here. because the Glock is very hard to get in. You can't really get it in without pulling all of that out. But it is made to pull that out. So yeah, so when you're wearing it, just make sure that however you wear it, so this is set up for outside the waistband, and what you're going to do is you have your magazine in here. I'm going to take the smaller one here so maybe you can see. And then you just pull it, you know, your belt's back here, and then you just pull it away. So if you're wearing it inside the waistband, it would be sitting like this, but you've got to have this over here so it sits like this as well. So you're just going to move this around for inside the waistband. When you order them, they're going to be set up for outside the waistband because most people have it that way. And to remove, you have to pull against this retention system. And it removes very easily. If you try to put it the other way, it's not going to remove at all. So yeah, guys, so we set out, we designed one that works. It works very, very well. Make sure I put this in the right way. You always want to stage your magazines so when you pull them out, they will pull and you can just put it right in the handgun. Maybe that's another training video down the road. But yeah, so this is our active retention magazine holster. So go check us out at holsterspydefensetraining.org and you can pick them up there. Alright guys, stay safe, stay armed.